in Pakya, Dhamma Foundation, India, about Dhamma, mainly and in establishing a well-trained Bhikkhuni Sangha in India for the spiritual development of women in society. We organized for temporary seminary or the ordination camps in which more than 100 women took training and propagating Dhamma in their area under her guidance. Also bringing back the lost Abhidhamma teaching of Buddha, which is called the highest Dhamma of Buddha. Teaching Abhidhamma from last 4 years online on highest Dhamma Abhidhamma. Now Bodhipakya Dhamma Foundation has two Bhikkhuni centers. One is Sumana Bhikkhuni Vihara, Bandara Maharashtra, India, which was half constructed and donated to them by Venerable Bhikkhuni Dhamma Sugna. And another one, Akre land from Santake family in Bhakrat, Madhya Pradesh. The construction of Bhikkhuni Training Center is going on. We would to invite Sakya Dharmadina as moderator on panel session 2.
So today on the 6th of March, day first of our World Bhikkhuni Sangha Assembly. This is the panel 2. For today and tomorrow, we have 2 panels each day. We just completed a very beautiful and informative session in the morning panel session. There's so much knowledge and insights of Vinaya and Dhamma. And now this is panel 2, and we have 3 great knowledge scholars, out of which 2 are studying in now, one in the Mahadevia, a student of Venerable Bhikku, and one is senior Bhikkhuni from Sri Lanka, Venerable Vijitananda, who is not here present physically, but she has sent us a video of her insights to enlighten all of us on this call. So, first of all, I would like to invite, I am here as a moderator for panel 2, and I would like to invite my first panelist, Ho Tang. Her Vietnamese name is Ho Tang, but her Dhamma name in Pali is Rakita Chitta. So she is Rakita Chitta Ho Tang. On her ID, she has a different name. She was born in 1989 in Binh Dinh, Vietnam. She was ordained in November 2018 as a Samaneri at Vien Cong Nunnery, Chao Pa Commune, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. So she was ordained as a Samaneri in 2018 in Vietnam under the guidance of Venerable Liễu. And then in November 2022, after 4 years of training as a Samaneri, she ordained as a Bhikkhuni. She got her fully ordination or Upsampada at Wat Lao International, Bodh Gaya in India, in this place where we are today. So she got her higher ordination in 2022. And right now she is pursuing her master's in Pali in Nalanda Mahadevia, Nalanda University, we can see. So she is pursuing master's in Pali. I think she's also very new to presenting the paper, but we believe that young generation can do more to the Buddha Dharma now. We are getting the inspiration from the older generation, from the older Bhikkhunis, and we can do much better as our capacity. So she will be presenting her paper today. She has a slide also, maybe you can see on the screen also. Can you see that on the screen? Yeah. Okay. So she has the topic as Bhikkhuni education in action, the role of Bhikkhuni educators in the age of artificial intelligence. मैं आप लोगों को हिंदी में भी बता दूं थोड़ा सा। मेरे साथ में जो भिक्षुनी है रखिता चित्ता उनका नाम है, वो वियतनाम से है और 2018 में उन्होंने शामनेरी की प्रवचन वियतनाम में ही ली थी और 2022 में उन्होंने यही बोध गया में लाओस में उन्होंने उपसंपदा प्राप्त की भिक्षुनी की और अभी वो नालंदा में पाली में एमए कर रहे हैं और लिव ऑफ वेनरेबल जो कि सुबह स्टेज पर भी थे उनकी वो स्टूडेंट भी हैं और आज वो अपना जो पेपर है प्रेजेंटेशन है वो बताने जा रही है कि आज जो एआई का जमाना चल रहा है, एआई हम लोग देख रहे हैं ना बहुत सारी फोटोज बनती है एआई से जो टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज है, तो ये टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज करके आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के युग में भिक्षुनियां जो है जो पढ़ाने वाली शिक्षिका है उनका वास्तव में क्या महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका है, ये आप लोग बताने वाले हैं कि आज के डिजिटल युग में हम लोग कैसे जो है भिक्षुनियां जो है शिक्षिका बन सकती है और हमारा क्या भूमिका हो सकती है। इसको मैं फिर बाद में छोटे भी शॉर्ट में का प्रिसाइज करके आपको बता दूं। So we welcome our first panelist, Bhikkhuni Rakhitakshita Gotama. Please, you may start. Yes. Respected Mahatera, Venerable P. Sivalis, General Secretaries of the Mahabodhi Society of India, respected Mahatari and Secretaries of the United Theravada Buddhist Bhikkhuni Sangha International, respected members of the Bhikkhu Sangha, Bhikkhuni Sangha, and dear Dhamma friends. First of all, I would like to express my respectfulness to all the venerable members of the Sangha and participants present here today. I would also like to sincerely thank the organizing committee for giving me the valuable opportunity to participate in the World Bhikkhuni Sangha Assembly 2026 and to present my paper at this meaningful conference. This is my first time presenting a paper as an academic conference. So there may be some shortcomings in my presentations. I humbly ask for your understanding, patience, and kindness for any mistakes. Paper is Bhikkhuni education in action. The role of the Bhikkhuni educator in the age of artificial intelligence. As you know, in recent years, artificial intelligence has developed very quickly. AI system can analyze large amounts of information, summarize it instantly, and provide explanation in many languages. Because of this ability, AI is being used in education, research, and communication around the world. For Buddhist studies, this development creates both new opportunities and new challenges. Digital tools can help students access scripture and academic researches more easily than ever before. However, Buddhism is not only about information or intellectual understanding. The Buddhist part is a practical part of transformation, which involves ethics, meditation, and wisdom. Therefore, the rise of AI reflects on how technology should be used within Buddhist education. This paper focuses on one main question. How should Bhikkhuni educator respond wisely to AI while preserving the integrity of the Dhamma and Vinaya? The theme Bhikkhuni education in action or for active leadership not causes observation. In this situation, Bhikkhuni educators are called to protect the authentic transmission of the Dhamma, use AI in a careful and skillful way, offer ethical guidance in today's digital culture, and reserve meditation gifts in an age full of distraction. This is not only a technological challenge, but also a spiritual responsibility. Hence, of the paper, examining the role of Bhikkhuni educator in the age of AI, explore both opportunities and risks of AI in Buddhist education, suggest a balanced and ethical approach to the use of AI. Historical role of Bhikkhunis. From the earliest tier of Buddhism, Bhikkhunis were not only learners but also teachers. They preserved and transmitted the Dhamma. Early texts show nuns teaching students and guiding practitioners. Example of early Bhikkhuni teachers. Well-known early nuns include Khemateri, Avalamantari. These nuns were described for its wisdom, teaching ability, and spiritual attainment. They participated in doctrinal discussions and guided others toward liberation. Feature of early Buddhist education. Early Buddhist education is emphasized oral transmission and memorization, dialogue and discussion, meditation practice. Modern discipline teaches student relationship based on Kalyana Mittata, spiritual friendship. The goals were liberation, liberty, not just knowledge. AI and transformation of knowledge. Artificial intelligence can translate Buddhist texts, summarize and explain teachings, answer questions instantly, create guided meditation instruction, provide global access to information. This makes Buddhist information more widely available than ever before. However, AI has important limitations. AI cannot practice moral discipline, develop meditation concentration, realize wisdom, provide compassionate spiritual guidance. AI processes data, but it does not have spiritual experience. Therefore, the real difference is not between modern and old knowledge systems. It is the difference between two kinds of knowing, computer-based generation and personal realization. Understanding this difference is very important in the age of AI. Without this clarity, people may confuse having information with having wisdom. In this way, AI can be a strong technological assistant, but it cannot replace an awakened teacher. AI can repeat the words of awakening, but it cannot embody awakening itself. Opportunity for Bhikkhuni education in the age of AI. AI can support the Bhikkhuni educator in several ways. The first way is expanding global access to Dhamma education. The second is digitizing and preserving Buddhist texts. The next one is supporting structured learning systems. And the final one is improving administration and in monastic institution. The first one is expanded global access to Dharma education. AI have made Buddhist education accessible worldwide. Translation tools and speech recognition support multilingual learning. Online platforms allow remote teaching and training, beneficial for women in regions with limited Bhikkhuni institutions. Supports learning basis Vinaya rules and Buddhist doctrine. AI translation assists in preparing Dharma material in many languages. Helps share the Dharma for the welfare and happiness for the many. Bahujana Hitaya, Bahujana Sukhaya. AI can extend the reach of Bhikkhuni teachers to global communities. Digitizing and preserving Buddhist texts. AI supports preservation of Buddhist scriptures. OCR technology converts public manuscript into digital text. AI tools help restore damaged manuscripts, compare different textual versions, identify important doctrinal terms. Digital database allow cross-searching and textual comparison. Supports deeper study of Vinaya rules and canonical teachings. Strengthens academic training of Bhikkhuni scholars. Digital tools protect the Buddhist textual heritage and support deeper scholarship. The next one, digitizing and preserving Buddhist texts. AI can organize structured learning programs, has arranged teachings from simple to complex, from theory to practice, generate review questions and learning exercises, supports step-by-step meditation training programs. Important limitation. Spiritual development cannot rely only a algorithm. Meditation guidance requires personal attention. Finally, guidance must come from qualified monastic teachers. AI support learning, but human guidance remains essential. The last one, improving administration in monastic institutions. AI have managed monastic institutions more efficiently. Support program scheduling, digital archives, and libraries, communication and announcement, automatic transcription of data talks, digital cataloging of good text. Besides, benefits reduce repetitive administrative tasks, gives Bhikkhuni educator more time for teaching and meditation, improve organization of educational programs. Technology can support daily work and free time for spiritual and educational duties. But besides AI have risks and challenges. The use of AI also includes risk. The first one is loss of doctrinal contents. The second is weakening teacher-student relationships, service culture, and loss of contemplative gift. The first is loss of doctrinal contents. Buddhist teaching exists within a historical and doctrinal context. The Dharma is described in canonical texts, commentarial traditions, lineage transmission, live practice. However, AI generates answer by combining textual patterns. It may simplify complex teachings, mix different traditions. For example, Theravada and Mahayana presents modern opinion as authoritative. Important issue. Buddhism has a structured authority system. Canon is the foundation. From commentaries to interpretation. Students may mistake AI explanation for authentic Dharma without proper guidance. Yeah. The next is awakening teacher-student relationships. The teacher-student relationship includes moral guidance, personal example, correction, and encouragement, and share practice within the Sangha. AI cannot understand subtle mental states, offer compassion from real experience. Applying Vinaya discipline takes moral responsibility for guidance. True authority in Buddhism comes from living the Dharma, not only explaining. The next is speech culture and loss of contemplative depth. AI system emphasize speech efficiencies, instant answer. But Buddhist practice develops through patience, radio training, steady listening. Potential problem. Students may become used to quick information instead of deep reflection. Meditation requires patient restlessness, enduring uncertainty, sustains attention. Digital culture often moves in the opposite direction. Frameworks for responsible AI's use. Bhikkhuni education should follow four principles. The first is ethical use based on sila. The second is clear limits on the authority of AI. The next is AI literacies for bhikkhunis. And the last, protection of contemplative practice. Technology must remain secondary to the Dhamma and Vinaya. About the first, ethical use based on sila, technology must follow Buddhist ethics. AI in Bhikkhuni education should follow three principles: non-harming, consider social and environmental impact, truthfulness, check AI information carefully, transparency, students should know when AI is used. Technologies must support the Dhamma Vinaya's convenience. The second is clear limits on the authority of AI. In Buddhism, final authorities remain in the Tipitaka and Vinaya. AI should only serve as a research assistant, a reference organizer, a translation and language tool. AI must not become a spiritual authority, a replacement for teachers and interpreter of Vinaya books. Living teacher remain essential. The next, AI literacies for bhikkhunis. Bhikkhunis basis understanding of AI. Training should include understanding that AI predicts pattern, not true understanding. Checking sources and doctrinal accuracy. Recognizing misinformation online. Digital knowledge prevents blind trust and dependence. Protections of contemplative practice. AI have wish information, but not spiritual transformation. Bhikkhuni education must continue to emphasize direct teaching, meditation retreats, Vinaya practice, and face-to-face learning. Technology increases speech, but practice develops ear. And conclusion. The rise of AI does not reduce the role of Bhikkhuni educator. Instead, it makes their role more important. AI can support learning, but it cannot replace wisdom, compassion, ethical guidance, spiritual realization. Bhikkhuni educator must guide the wise use of technology while protecting the living tradition of the Dharma. Yes, thank you for your attention.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Venerable Rakita. It was really a wonderful presentation by Kota. Yes, we are living in the age of AI, and AI has benefits and disadvantages also. And she has beautifully explained all the benefits, advantages, and disadvantages. So we should take all the advantages from AI, and we should not let it overrun our mind, because we may lose our sila, we may lose our samadhi, we may lose our compassion, right? So thank you so much. I will a little bit explain in Hindi also for the Indian Bhikkhunis. अभी जो भाई ने बताया, तो मैं जानती हूँ कि आप में से बहुत सारे लोगों को एआई का यूज करना नहीं आता है। बहुत कम भिक्षुनियां हैं भारत में जो इसका इस्तेमाल करती हैं, लेकिन बिल्कुल इस्तेमाल ना करना भी अच्छा नहीं है और बहुत ज्यादा इस्तेमाल करना भी अच्छा नहीं है। और वही इन्होंने बताया है कि आज जो टेक्नोलॉजी का युग चल रहा है, आप हम लोगों को देखते हैं, हम जो यंग भिक्षुनियां हैं तो हमेशा फोन या लैपटॉप पे जो काम करते हैं, हमेशा पोस्टर बनाना है, बैनर बनाना है, ये पीपीटी बनाना है, बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं। तो इनके अपने लाभ है, क्योंकि इससे हम कम समय में ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों तक पहुंच सकते हैं। भिक्षुनियां ज्यादा दूर तक पहुंच सकती हैं, कम से कम समय में ज्यादा लोगों तक पहुंचा जा सकता है, ज्यादा लोगों तक पहुंचा जा सकता है। ऐसे क्षेत्र जहां पर भिक्षुनियों का विहार नहीं है, वहां पर भी लोग आज इस टेक्नोलॉजी के माध्यम से लाभ ले सकते हैं हम लोगों से। और भी इसके बहुत सारे लाभ हैं, जैसे कि हमारे जो पुराने पाली के ग्रंथ हैं, जो कि कहीं ना कहीं बहुत पुरानी हो गई है, किताबें अब फटने को आ गई हैं, तो उनको अगर हम डिजिटल फॉर्म में उसको हम लोग प्रिजर्व कर ले, उसको हम संरक्षित करें, तो वो ना जाने कितनी पीढ़ियों को लाभ देगा आगे, क्योंकि किताबें तो एक समय में नष्ट हो जाती हैं। इसका भी नष्ट होने का अपना काल है, लेकिन ये हमारी गलती की वजह से नष्ट हो सकता है कभी ना कभी, लेकिन इसमें चीजें जो है सुरक्षित लंबे समय तक रहती है। दूसरा इसका लाभ है कि हम लोग जितना भी हम लोग हैं, सीखते हैं, उसको हम स्टोर करके भी रख सकते हैं। जैसे मैं देखती हूँ कि हम लोगों के पास में किताबें होती हैं पढ़ने के लिए, तो हम यात्रा करते हैं तो हमेशा यात्रा में 10 किताबें 20 किताबें लेकर नहीं चल सकते, लेकिन इसके माध्यम से हमारे पास में बहुत सारी किताबें एक ही उसमें जो है स्टोर करके हम लोग रख सकते हैं। बहुत सारे इस तरह के लाभ है, लेकिन इसकी हानि भी अपनी है, क्योंकि आज की जो पीढ़ी है, चाहे घर में बच्चे हो या भिक्षुनी भी जो है, या तो वो इस पर ज्यादा आश्रित हो गया। उसकी वजह से वो अपने गुरुओं पर आश्रित नहीं है, अपने जो है गुरु के साथ में संबंध कमजोर करते हैं, इस पर ज्यादा आश्रित होकर ये जल्दी से आपको उत्तर दे देता है। सारा ज्ञान, आप कोई भी प्रश्न पूछ लीजिए एआई में, सारे प्रश्नों का उत्तर वो दे देगा। आप शील पूछिए, समाधि पूछिए, कुछ भी पूछिए, भगवान बुद्ध ने ये कब कहा था, वो कब कहा था। आज ऐसा है कि गूगल सारे उत्तर आपको, चैट जीपीटी सारे उत्तर दे देगा, लेकिन उसकी हानि भी है कि वो हमें उत्तर तो दे देता है, लेकिन उसके उत्तर में ना तो उसके पास शरीर होता है, ना उसके पास समाधि होती है, ना कर्मा होती है, तो वो अपने अनुभव से नहीं बताता। वो तो जो स्टोर किया हुआ है सिर्फ वो आपको बता देता है। लेकिन जब हम वही प्रश्न अपने गुरुओं से पूछते हैं, तो वो हमें अपने अनुभव के सामने बताते हैं, वो हमें कर्मा के साथ में बताते हैं, शील को आधार बनाकर वो हमें वो सारी चीजें बताते हैं। तो ऐसा उन्होंने उन्होंने अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन के माध्यम से होता हमने प्रेजेंटेशन के माध्यम से बताया कि एआई जो हम यूज कर रहे हैं उसके क्या क्या लाभ हैं और क्या क्या हानि है, ऐसा उन्होंने पूरा एक्सप्लेन किया है। तो थैंक यू वेरी मच गौतम, इट वॉज रियली अ वंडरफुल प्रेजेंटेशन एंड वेरी नॉलेजेबल फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस, इवन फॉर मी। ओके, So now we are going to play a video of Venerable Vijitananda. Venerable. Okay, so now our panelist two for this panel two is Venerable Bhikkhuni Vijitananda, Mandule Vijitananda. She is from Sri Lanka. I will introduce her to you. She is not present here physically, but she has sent us a video which will sure enlighten us for this conference, and it will be a valuable presentation. So Bhikkhuni Vijitananda, she holds a bachelor degree and a master's degree in Buddhist studies from the Buddhist and Pali University and the University of Kelaniya. She is currently the abbess of Shakyatika Training and Meditation Center in Panagura, Sri Lanka. Shakyatika, a post which she has nobly held since 2003. As the abbess, she teaches Dharma and meditation. She also gives counseling to pregnant women. She also runs a Sunday Dharma school. She organizes monthly spiritual activities and annual Buddhist holidays, as well as offering homework and for youth in need. She offers Dharma talks outside of the center as well. And she has also participated in the interfaith dialogue programs in Sri Lanka and overseas in Taiwan. In addition, she conducts social work also. Social work programs of offering assistance to poor families, emergency disaster relief supplies, and school supplies to rural students via assistance from Fo Guang Shan Monastery, Taiwan. She has ordained since 2008, and she enjoys working on behalf of Theravada Bhikkhuni Sangha. In order to upgrade and organize Bhikkhuni training, she traveled to Taiwan in 2005 to study at Fo Guang Shan Monastery for 4 months. For her sincere and heartfelt work, Bhikkhuni Vijitananda was awarded the M.A. in Glorious Buddhist Doctrine and the Victorious Banner for Buddhist Dispensation. And we are proud to say that she was first to receive this honor. And she is an inspiring example of how a bhikkhuni may serve the society. Currently, she is upholding current positions. She is the director of Shakyatika Sri Lanka. She is the president at the Buddha's Light International Association Sri Lanka chapter. She is the vice president of International Network of Engaged Buddhists Sri Lanka. She is the district director of the International Human Rights Organization Sri Lanka. She is a board of director of Dharma Shakti Organization. She is also a member of Center for Peace Building and Reconciliation, and she is a peace officer at International Peace Mission Sri Lanka. So this is her short bio, and now we will see a video. She has sent us a video, and her topic is networking with international bhikkhuni mentors, because very important nowadays, as we have talked about the AI just now, that it will help us to connect internationally with bhikkhuni mentors. So अभी मैंने श्रीलंका से भिक्खुनी विजितानंदा जो है उनका परिचय बताया है। वो शाक्यता जो है श्रीलंका में जो शाक्यता सेंटर है उनकी डायरेक्टर है 2003 से, और वो धम्म स्कूल भी चलाती हैं, संडे धम्म स्कूल भी चलाती हैं, गर्भवती महिलाओं की हेल्प करती हैं, पुअर जो क्षेत्र है, गरीब जो क्षेत्र है, वहां पर जाकर के लोगों को वो सलाह देते हैं, लोगों को धर्म सिखाते हैं। ताइवान की फो गुआन शान मोनेस्ट्री से हेल्प लेकर के वो मदद करते हैं। और श्रीलंका में वो पहली चुनी है जिन्हें एक अवार्ड मिला है बुद्धिस्ट डॉक्ट्रिन एंड विक्टोरियस बैनर फॉर बुद्धिस्ट और उनकी जो जीवन है वो बहुत प्रेरणादायक है सभी भिखुनियों के लिए। तो अभी उनके वीडियो उन्होंने भेजी है, हम लोग वीडियो के माध्यम से उन्हें सुनेंगे। ओके, यू may play the video now.
Excuse me, can you share the video?
I respect to most also Bhikku Sangha. Bhikkhuni Sangha. Classic of classic pattern. I am Bhikkhuni Vijitananda from Sri Lanka, South India. Today my topic is how can we good teachers.
वो वाला वीडियो प्ले कर सकेंगे क्या?
I read the Vijitananda like my teacher. The sutra name is Mimamsaka Sutra. Mimamsaka Sutra, Buddha say, if someone need to practice Dhamma Vinaya, please find good teachers. Were the highest, most good teacher is Buddha. Without the Buddha, we can't find others. But today, no Buddha, we have the Buddha's teaching. We can follow the three Vijitananda. First, Buddha become a Buddha and Panchavakya Bhikkhu, meaning Buddha's start five bhikkhus with Sangha community. After that, Buddha said to the Sangha, please, you can go village by village and giving this message for the villagers. Bahujanahitaya, Bahujanahitaya. Buddha said, Charata Bhikkhave Charata. Please, you can giving to my Dhamma message for the village. Many people suffering this. At that time, people that we can see about the wisdom. There are 6 good higher teachers. Purna Ashrakar, Aditya Ketsakampada, Pavda Panchayana, Sanjay Dev. No. Become Buddha and Buddha no need to join his day. Buddha trying Buddha. What Buddha? This world is life. This word in the life meaning something have. This is the Lavitra. But the Lokotra know anything. Only co-existence. By faculty, only Namarupa. This Namarupa connecting outside by faculties. Then Buddha said, please, someone need to practice and attend the Nibbana. Please control your five faculties. Five faculties meaning Chakku, Sota, Gana, Jiva, Kaya, Chakku meaning eye. Connect with the picture. Picture from outside. Connect with my mind. Chakku vijnana, like this. Then Buddha say, need to practice very well. Beginning, we can practice with the Vinaya, Dhamma and Vinaya. For what we need to Vinaya? Without the Vinaya, cannot control these five faculties. Why we need to do Dhamma? Because Dhamma is nature. Nature we need to understand it. Then Dhamma and Vinaya can practicing. We need to practice first ourselves. After that, we can teach to the others. Before practicing ourselves, if we are going to teach to the others, we teach to the own view, not right view. Right view meaning Samma Ditti, Samma Sankappa, Samma Vacha, Samma Kammata, Samma Ajiva, Samma Vayama, Samma Sati, Samma Samadhi. This 8 of 5, again, we can see Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Sila meaning Vinaya. Samadhi meaning inside mind, meditation mind. Panya meaning wisdom. This earlier we need to beginning Panchasila. Panchasila meaning practice with our five faculties with Vinaya. Veramani Kapata. Veramani meaning every time we need to keep the Virya. Virya meaning our mind. Every time trying to go and attend outside. And we can control our mind with the precept. Five precept. Five precept. Again, we can see the 8 precept, 10 precept. After that, Samanera, Pasampada, like this. In the Pasampada Sila, highest for Bhikkhus and Bhikkhunis. Then we can practice ourselves good, right understanding. We cannot break good. We can think about Dasa Dhamma Sutra. Buddha give to the Bhikkhus and Bhikkhunis every moment deeply can remind Dasa Dhamma Sutra. Anyumi akapo karaniyoti papaditena abhinam papyavittitava. Like this, 10 kind of teaching with that. Then we can every moment keep with the satifulness our faculties, how can practicing Dhamma and Vinaya first. After that, we can teach to the others. Again, we need to deep understanding about Chula Sila, Majjhima Sila, Maha Sila. Again, we can see monastic education, Dhamma and Vinaya. Lay life, they have the life Vinaya, monastic have the monastic Vinaya. We need to learn it in the monastic education very deeply. After that, we don't need to worry about, we can check with our five faculty and Dhamma Vinaya and the Tripitaka Dhamma and my mind, what happened to me every moment. Again, the dosa, moha, with my mind. We no need to give in to the chance, come out with my faculty rather. I no need to give in to the chance with my mind for the dosa. I no need to keep with my misunderstanding, avidya pacaya samsara like this, moha chitta. We can see Abhidhamma also, Loka chitta, 8 of Loka chitta. 2 dosa chitta, 2 moha chitta. Many of Prakrishpaga, dosa moha, with Vijitananda Dhamma, we can learn it first. After that, we can teach to the others. Our practicing need to be right way with 8 of 5. Then I blessing all of you. This life can attain Nibbana with Magna Jnana. I can thank Bhikkhuni Liễu and the Bhikkhuni, Indian Bhikkhuni. They very hard work. I saw early morning in Sri Lankan time, 2 a.m. until that Indian Bhikkhuni working. She messaged to me, please work. Then I think they organizing this event, but not one day. How many days? They are not sleep. They too much work for Bhikkhu Sangha, Bhikkhuni Sangha. Then I blessing to in the Bhikkhuni class and others. They very hard work. Thanks giving to me this chance. I need to remind my English is not very good. If something many mistake, please forgive me. Thank you.
Well, there you go, Creole. Well, Mad. Yeah, they've only got the all-day tickets. Adult is 240. I get a concession because I have a healthcare card of 223.
The last panelist for this panel discussion. Okay, so now we have another student of Venerable Liễu, because there are 4 students here of Venerable Liễu, and 3 of them, we are proud to say that 3 of them are presenting their papers. 1 of them is 2 now. So we are expecting the 4th to present next time maybe. So okay, so now we have our third panelist. Born in 1988 in Vietnam, Ha Tinh province. She was ordained under Venerable Liễu at Viet Cong Nunnery, Ho Chi Minh City. She's like studying Pali as a visual subject in Pali as in a master's in Pali and social engagement. So this one of the students, she is a Samadhi. She has not already lessons from Padana yet.
The audience.
Okay, she is not a जो एक सामाजिक लोगों के साथ सामंजस्य जो होता है इस प्रकार से होना चाहिए इस विषय पर आज का प्रेजेंटेशन. So I invite Pavilion Chitta to please. She is already here with me on the stage.
No, because they said that I couldn't hear, so I turned on my mic and I can hear. Yeah. Mm.
Liễu, India, respect his family as an authority of the United States International. Respect his
Bhikku.
It is a great honor to be here today. I'd like to sincerely thank the organizing committee for giving the opportunity to participate in the work Vijitananda Assembly 2026 and to present my paper. I think this is my first time presenting at the conference. There may be some shortcoming. I sincerely for standing and kindness. And the title of my paper is Bhikkhuni Leadership and Social Engagement. And the first part is introduction. Bhikkhuni leadership had only recently become a central topic in Buddhist study, whereas in the past, Buddhist nun were often only briefly and treated as effectively in academic discussions. The Buddha established the Vijitananda at his lifetime, beginning with the ordination request of Bhikkhuni, which represented a significant and socially transformative event in ancient India society. In the Vinaya, we find the famous statement, Anucharami Phikkhave Bhikkhuniyo Vasampadetu. I announced the ordination of Bhikkhuni. Buddhist leadership differs from institutional leadership. It is not based on power, authority, but on the embodiment of the Dhamma through discipline, wisdom, and compassion. According the influences of reality, through personal practice and example. The modern revival of the Bhikkhuni Sangha raises a question about leadership today, especially how Bhikkhuni leadership relates to contemporary social engagement and how these two dimensions can mutually support each other. The second part, historical foundation of Bhikkhuni leadership. The early Buddhist texts contain numerous references to spiritually accomplished nuns. These women were not passive members of the monastic community. Many of them taught, debated, and guided others along the path. The Theravada, a collection of verses composed by early Buddhist nuns, offer powerful testimony. One famous verse says, Itifaru king kasira kita di susamai te nyana hikamaya sama vipassana. What does womanhood matter when the mind is well concentrated, when knowledge arises, and one clearly sees the Dhamma? This verse challenges assumption about gender and spiritual capacity. Enlightenment is not limited by biological identity. Scholars such as Bhikkhuni and Bhikku have emphasized that early Buddhist texts provide strong evidence of legitimacy of Bhikkhuni order. In his studies on the revival of Bhikkhuni ordination, he carefully compares Vinaya tradition across different Buddhist schools. His conclusion cautiously expressed that positive is that the establishment of the Bhikkhuni Sangha is both historically grounded and doctrinally consistent. Similarly, Kaman Someone has argued that the presence of these nuns plays an important role in shaping contemporary Buddhist communities. Her research highlights the educational, ethical, and social contribution of nuns across Asia and the West. So, historically speaking, Bhikkhuni leadership is not a modern invention. It has roots in the earliest layers of this tradition. And the third part, the meaning of leadership in the Buddhist context. Leadership in Buddhism cannot be separated from ethical discipline. The Vinaya provides the structural foundation for practical life. Without Vinaya, the Sangha cannot function harmoniously. For Bhikkhunis, adherence to Vinaya becomes a form of leadership itself. Not leadership through command, but leadership through example. A Bhikkhuni who practices mindfulness, who observes the precept carefully, who lives with simplicity, she becomes a source of inspiration. Like followers often look to monastics as moral guides, and so the behavior of the monastics carries social influence. There is also dimension of teaching. In the early Sangha, accomplished nuns were recognized for their wisdom.
The Buddha himself praised several nuns for their exceptional ability. For example, Canonically was declared the foremost among those in wisdom. Bhikkhuni was known for mastery of meditative powers. These examples show that the spiritual authority of Bhikkhuni was acknowledged in the canonical texts. Leadership therefore emerges from realization, not from hierarchy, and it is the most distinctive aspect of Buddhist leadership. The fourth part, Bhikkhuni leadership and social engagement. In the modern world, Buddhism increasingly interacts with social issues, education, environmental protection, healthcare, and humanitarian service have become areas where Buddhist community participate actively. Bhikkhuni played an important role in this engagement. In several Asian countries, Buddhist nuns offers schools, meditation centers, and charitable organizations. There was often focuses on marginalized community, women, children, and poor. The motivation is not political activism, but compassion, or perhaps compassionate responsibility. Social engagement within Buddhism is sometimes described as engaged Buddhism. The Buddha repeatedly emphasized compassion and care for others. In the Vijitananda, there is an important passage where the Buddha instructs monks to care for a sick monk who had been neglected. After washing the monk himself, the Buddha said, Yo Bhikkhuni Upatthiya So Vila Upatthiya. Whoever goes to care for me should care for the sick. This statement illustrates a fundamental ethical principle. Compassion is not abstract. It must be expressed through action. Bhikkhuni leadership today often manifests through such compassionate service. The fifth part, education and empowerment. Education is one of the most significant areas where Bhikkhuni leadership appears today. In many Buddhist communities, nuns organize online classes, meditation retreats, and literacy programs. They provide both spiritual guidance and practical education, especially for women who in some regions still face limited opportunity. Dharma lectures taught the soul knows that Buddhist nuns have increasingly pursued higher education. Many now study philosophy, Buddhist studies, and even modern disciplines such as psychology or social work. The intellectual development strengthens their ability to serve society. Therefore, step is not always easy. Institutional support for Bhikkhuni education varies widely across countries. Some communities offer strong support, others remain hesitant. Still, progress continues. the stigmatized and ongoing debate. Despite the growing recognition of Bhikkhuni leadership, challenges remain. In certain theravada traditions, the legitimacy of Bhikkhuni ordination continue to be debated. Critics argue that the historical lineage of the Bhikkhuni Sangha were interrupted, making revival problematic. However, scholars like Bhikku have argued that the Vinaya principles allow revival under specific conditions. This comparative research suggests that the ordination procedure can be reconstructed based on existing Vinaya texts. The debate is sometimes technical, sometimes emotional, and occasionally political. But beyond these debates lie a deeper question. What kind of Buddhist community do we wish to cultivate? A community grounded in compassion and equality, or one constrained by historical inertia? The answer is still unfolding. The seven Bhikkhuni leadership in the contemporary world. Today, Bhikkhuni community exists in many parts of the world. India, Thailand, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Malaysia, the United States, Europe, and elsewhere. Their reasons contribute to the diversity and vitality of global Buddhism. Bhikkhuni leaders often serve as teachers, scholars, translators, and social activists. They also act as a bridge between traditional Buddhist culture and modern society. Some focus on meditation training, others emphasize social welfare. Still others in academic research. Different objectives, but shared intention, the flourishing of Brahma. And conclusion. Bhikkhuni leadership grow from individual practical intent to total engagement. From the earliest period of Buddhism, women actively participated in the Sangha, as so in the Theravada and the institutional framework preserved in the Vinaya. Modern scholarship has helped rediscover and highlight its historical role. Researchers such as Bhikku and President Solomon have contributed significantly to this discussion. The contemporary revival of Bhikkhuni Sangha encouraged new reflection in Buddhism. Bhikkhuni leadership is not only about gender equality, but about nurturing wisdom and compassion in the Buddhist community, reminding practitioners that Dhamma is open to all who sincerely practice this. Yeah, thank you for listening.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Venerable Punyachita, for explaining that the Bhikkhunis are being taught in many institutes. Before they were not a major topic to talk about usually, but nowadays they are being taught, the Bhikkhunis topics every day in front of you. And based on that, you have explained all the things here that concept of Bhikkhuni leadership and also about the historical background of the Bhikkhunis and explaining the social engagement of the Bhikkhunis and also about the challenges and opportunities of the Bhikkhunis. We are really grateful for your hard work that you have put in making this presentation. तो अभी उन्होंने बताया कि आज से कुछ वर्ष पहले हम देखें तो भारत में दूर तक भिक्खुनियों की चर्चा भी नहीं होती थी, कोई जानता भी नहीं कि भिक्खुनी भिक्खुनी होती है, धीरे धीरे लुप्त होता चला गया। जबकि हम इतिहास में देखते हैं तो भिक्खु आनंद ने जो रिसर्च उनका है तो उनके द्वारा जो कि बहुत ही वरिष्ठ भिक्षु हैं उनके द्वारा एक रिसर्च में पाया है कि भगवान के काल से काफी समय बाद तक भी भिक्षुनियां एक मेजर रोल का बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका भिक्षुनियों की रही बुद्ध शासन को स्थापित करने में। लेकिन कैसे कैसे समय बदलता चला गया और भिक्षुनी नष्ट 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 करते करते यहाँ तक आ गए कि लोगों ने भिक्षुनी का सपना भी देखना छोड़ दिया कि कोई भिक्षुनी भी वो भी नहीं लगती। लेकिन आज इतने वर्षों की मेहनत के बाद भी कई जो वरिष्ठ भिक्षुनियां हैं उनकी मेहनत के बाद में आज भारत में हर दिन भिक्षुनियों की चर्चा होती है, लोगों के साथ भिक्षुनियां आने लगी हैं। तो आज उन्होंने अपना भिक्षुनी संघ का इतिहास बताया, भिक्षुनी संघ के लिए क्या क्या चुनौतियां हैं, लेकिन उन चुनौतियों में हम लोग अवसर कैसे ढूंढ सकते हैं ये भी उन्होंने बताया। तो ये सारा मैं ग्रुप में शेयर कर दूंगी पीडीएफ इंग्लिश वाले भी और हिंदी वाले भी, ताकि आप सभी उसका प्रिंट निकाल सकते और उसे पढ़ सकते। Thank you all. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So we finish the panel number 2 with 3 panelists here. And now it's time for a break. So we will have a tea break now for 30 minutes. So you may go and get freshen up. And then we will have a very exciting workshop after the tea break. I think Bhikkhuni Sati, our sister ceremony, announce about that, and then we begin to.
Okay, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you for your attention. Thank you. Bhikkhuni Sati will introduce the next program after this, and after that we can take the tea. This is much fun. And also in this session too. So now we have deep 30 minutes. So you can enjoy private time in the end of the day. We will be very nicely consulted with Venerable Dharma Materi Devi. So you can take your time.
Sadhu, sadhu.
हम लोग 30 मिनट्स के बाद में फिर से शुरू करेंगे। Start again in 30 minutes. We have a 30-minute break. So you may also go take tea with us, and then we will meet you again. Yeah, see you watch one video again.